what I would like to encourage you is you need to take, we are going to, since it's for the first time, we'll take you slowly on what to do. I am Mr. Katiti, your host from Cabo Secondary School and the Not Master Certified Trainer. And also I've got the teacher for today, Mr. Tutula from the Kamala Secondary School. So he'll take us into chemistry. So the way we do, we will introduce you to the platform. I hope you have watched the video. Before he takes over, I'm going to explain something. Number one, all of you, by this time around, you were supposed to be registered in Notemaster platform. And if you haven't registered in Notemaster platform, you can text to indicate that you have not yet registered in Notemaster. So I'll take you through how to go to Notemaster, then I'll allow a few questions. Then the type of the sessions you have, you are going to have a competition, the quiz, which Mr. Tutula will take you through. For the first 5 minutes, he will introduce to you what to do. Then later on, you take up, you go on break to answer the activity. Then you come back for discussion for a few minutes. As you are taking the activities, you'll be able to monitor you what you are doing. So my role here, I'm a technical team. I'm a technical personnel. So what I'll do is I'll take you the steps on how to go to Notemaster. Every time I'll be having the 5 minutes session or 4 minutes session to take you through. So at this point in time, I'll share my screen. I'll share my screen to take you through the Notemaster platform. Just a moment. I'll be a bit okay, just a moment a bit. Okay. So at this point in time, let me share the screen so that you see how to go about with Notemaster. The first thing, if you have got some questions, I've muted all of you, please text. The first thing what you should do, the first step, you need to go to the Google or to the web browser. In the web address, you type Notemaster. Notemaster as in plural, then you put .com. You press enter. You need to be patient enough. You need to be patient enough. So in this platform, they are all subjects from grade 8 to 12. So you need to scroll down. You need to scroll down. You come under students, where you say get started. Under students, for example, you have to create an account. If you are Mary, I'll type the first name Mary, and you put the surname, maybe we'll say Chanda. Then you click next. Here, don't fill anything. You go to I don't have an email. You wait. Notemaster will create a username account, which you'll be using every day. You have to write it in the exercise. Then the next thing is you have to create the password. The simplest step of making the password, use your first name. So I'll use Mary. Mary. Now, as you can see, the password is hidden. If you want to see what you are typing, you come onto the hidden icon, you click. So you can see Mary start with capital letter and the others in small letters. Then when you put Mary, put a number. So I'll put 1. From a number, put a hash or exclamation mark. So immediately I put the hash or exclamation mark, it will turn from orange. From orange, it will come to darkish, and there's a tick. You enter the phone number, either your phone number or the phone number of your parent. Then click next. Here, you put the name of your school, that is Kamwala. Allow to load. There's Kamwala High School. You just click it, then you say next. This is a classroom. Now, how to go into the class? For you to go into the class, for those in the senior level, you go to find classes. When you go to find classes, here you type senior secondary, the Kamwala. Senior secondary, the Kamwala. Then you go to search. They are all subjects. You have got religious education, English, you have got science, all these subjects which your teachers will upload the materials as we are going along. So for today, we'll choose science. So I'll click here. The moment I click, the class opens. Give it a bit of time. And those with the questions, continue posting your questions. I'll attend to you. So when it comes here, you go to notes. Don't worry, for the first time, it may look to be complicated, but watch the videos which we sent in the groups. So when you go to notes, I'll pick the topic like organic chemistry, which you do today. Then I'll pick like quizzes. On the quizzes, you wait a bit. Wait a bit. There's a game which has got questions which you are supposed to respond. This game, you come down. So all of you, you play this game, that is the activity. Then the teacher will engage you. So you click start. You wait a bit. So at this point, where you go to the class, it's where your teacher will pick it from. So I'll stop from this point. We invite the questions. So example, which statement about homogeneity of alcohol is not true? Then you have to raise against time, and Mr. Tutula will pick it up from here on the educational part. For me, I'll stop over inviting the questions if you have got the questions, because you need to register. So that's what we'll do for this evening. For a start, it may look to be a cumbersome, but once you get, every time I'll be giving you tips and the videos, then you are home and dry. I would like to welcome others who have been, who have come on board. Please, you are welcome. And let me ask Mr. Tutula, ask questions first of all before Mr. Tutula comes in. How many have registered. Questions, you can unmute yourself and go ahead to ask a question. Wilfred, just unmute yourself, touch the mute button. I muted you, but unmute yourself. Touch the mic first of all. Banda Samba. Wilfred, yes, Wilfred, you can say something. Have you registered in Notemaster? Mr. I don't know whether they are teachers. I'll use just the names that appear. Nguluwe Michael.
I'm here.
Okay. Have you registered in Notemaster?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So what it is that are you in Telegram or WhatsApp group?
WhatsApp group.
Okay, I'm in all your WhatsApp groups. So what you do is that those who haven't registered, you post in the WhatsApp group when Mr. Tutula is going to explain activities, what to do today.
But I should post what?
You go into WhatsApp group, request to register in Notemaster. Just put, I would like to register in Notemaster. I'll give you a technical help. Is that okay?
Yes.
So until you do the activity. So what I'll do is, Mr. Tutula is going to take us through the activities up to the end. Then he'll tell us how to enter our names and how the system records you. All subjects are there. All the materials the teachers will be posting. Anyone else who hasn't registered? Okay, patience. So you post in WhatsApp group from here, where after Mr. Tutula post in WhatsApp group, you can screenshot where you are or be providing technical support. Any other person who hasn't done? Okay,
Sir,
so for, yes, question?
I have a question that I should write the request in
Okay,
the WhatsApp group.
when you go in the WhatsApp group, just say, I have not registered.
Okay, I've understood.
So anyone who has not registered, just say, I've not registered. I'll take you there one by one to register. Then when you know how to register, you can help your friends to register as well. So, Mr. Michael, there's noise where you are. So what you do, Notemaster, basically, it has got all the materials from grade 8 to 12. So when you know, they are in the form of games, but it's the questions. So it's competition. It will help you to revise fast for the exams.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Tutula, you can go ahead, sir, to demonstrate. You can, first, Mr. Tutula, you can search the science class. Ngulube, can you mute yourself?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Tutula, you go into Notemaster, you can share. You go into the group, you share the screen, then we can guide you. You go into the class, you share your lesson and demonstrate how to play about it. Then we can have the children registered. Michael, mute.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Tutula,
Okay.
sir.
All right. I'm sharing the screen. I don't know if you have been able to see now the screen that I have shared.
Yes,
if you have
we are
been
able to see.
Possibly maybe I just get back a bit so that you see how I got where I am. What you do when you get to your notes master, you look on the left side. When you look on the left side, and click there, you'll be able to see this dialog box. Since I've shared the screen, you'll be able to see the dialog box, which says Notepad, classes, and the groups. So you have to click where it's written group.
For this, they will be going to class. You can share to class.
Oh, okay.
First of all, go to classes. Yes, just go to classes. Go to find classes, sir. Find classes.
All right. We are going to find the classes. There's a region, or we can just enter the class direct.
Direct, yes. Not to just SSC. That is senior secondary space the Kamala. The Kamala.
Okay.
You go to search. Search, bottom right.
Now, there are these things which have come on, which have covered my search part.
Okay, you can stop it until you search. When you stop sharing the screen, then search, then you can start it again.
All right, no, I've just minimized, I've searched. Okay,
you can go to share the screen. We have lost you.
Okay.
Share the screen, we have lost you.
Are you able to see the classes?
Share the screen. Stop,
okay.
Share again. We have lost you, yes.
Okay. I have shared the screen. I don't know if you are seeing anything.
We are seeing the screen. Your class is minimized. You go to Google Chrome. Google Chrome down
Okay.
Okay.
Are you able to see?
Yes. So
okay.
You pick the science one. Pick the science one. The one science, the Kamala, the first box where there is a 3.
Yes.
Yeah, click.
Yeah, I've clicked here.
Go on.
Possibly.
Yes, it's done.
Oh, you're able to see.
Yes, I'm able. Now just leave there region to open. Just click on the science, the Kamala.
Okay.
Just click the science.
It has opened. It has opened now. You're able to see?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to the notes.
I'll get into the notes. Okay. On the notes, I've got grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. So I'll go to grade 12.
Let me make you the admin. Can I make you?
Okay.
You can go ahead, but
while you are doing that, when I have clicked on grade 12, the topics have come down. Since it is science, it starts with physics. So I have to scroll down to get to the chemistry. So the second last, there's a number there, organic chemistry, homologous series. That is where my work is. And I'll click on homologous series. Again, there are 2 outcomes which have come here. Describe homologous series and the general characteristics of homologous series. So where the work is, where there's a number 2 on describe homologous series. So I'll click on that one. So there is homologous series, the quiz on homologous series. So I will click on the quizzes for the homologous series. I have decided to click on the one below to see what is there.
Are you managing?
It takes me to the quiz, organic chemistry. If I wanted to make it very big, I'll go to the bottom right where there are my arrows. But for me, it's like the screen is quite big enough. So all I'll need to do is to click in the middle where it is written start. So I have to click in the middle where it is written start. While it is still loading, you'll be able to see around things. The network seems to be just as slow, but we'll get there. Just be patient, and normally when there are a lot of people, it becomes a bit slow. So when it opens, that's when you'll be able to see the types of questions that are there. And then that's when we'll be able to start. And then you start counting down how long you are taking to answer the questions.
Let it open. I think it's just network general. Let it open. You can play all of it so that they see it. Then when they go to the WhatsApp group, just help them to register and they can do activities overnight. Then we see what they are doing. Yes.
Okay.
Go on.
It has opened. And if you top left, there is counting seconds. So while you are reading, it's counting. Which statement about the homologous series of alcohols is not correct? So we have the options A, B, C, D. So you read there. A says they all contain oxygen. B says they can be represented by general formula. C says they exhibit a gradual change in physical properties. And D says they have the same empirical formula. I'll deliberately click on any to just see what happens. So it has given me that option that I've got it right, or rather I've gotten it wrong, then it will give me what is right. Then you go to the next one. Methane is used as a fuel. Which property is essential for this use? So while you are reading through, it is still timing out. For now, I'll just be clicking. I'll come and explain the correct answers. So I'll just click there. I've gotten it wrong. It has shown me it's wrong, and then it gives me the correct answer. If you take note, it has moved. It's saying 3 out of 10. So now I've moved to question number 3. A compound X has the molecular structure as shown. How can X be described? So I have to pick the answer after reading. That is, when you read, you'll be able to know which one is the correct answer. So it shows that I picked the wrong one, and it shows me which one is supposed to be the correct one. Then it has taken me to question number 4 out of 10. It says, which compound decolorizes aqueous bromine? Compound. So you think of which of the 2 of those structures, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you think of one, click there. It shows me that I've gotten it right. Then it shifts to the next question. Meanwhile, it's showing me that I've taken 2 minutes. So I just have to go on. Which statements applies to all 3 of the compounds? Ethane, ethene, and ethanol. So I have to take time to read what A is, what B is, what C is, and what D is. Then I pick the answer. I've gotten a wrong one. Shows me where the correct answer was supposed to be. I move on to the 6th question. So bear with me, I'm a bit fast because I don't want to get the correct answer. I want just to show you how it is done. It says, number 6, what is the process of breaking down macromolecules of proteins, fats, carbohydrates into their simple units? I'll click the answer. It shows me that I've got it right. Then it takes me to number 7. What is the empirical formula of ethanoic acid? I'll click to B, it tells me it is wrong. It shows me the correct answer is supposed to be D there. Takes me to question number 8. Butane and the methylpropane are isomers. Which formula is different for the 2 isomers? So I click on the last one. It tells me I've got it right. Sticks. Gets me to number 9. It tells me what process occurs in the diagram. You look at the diagram there, study it, and then you click, cracking is correct. And then takes me to the last question. Vegetable matter is biodegradable. Which gas is released into the atmosphere when vegetable matter biodegrades? I pick an answer. D tells me it is wrong. The answer is supposed to be methane. So I've done all the 10 questions. So from the 10 questions, it shows me that I've only gotten 5 out of 10. And I've taken 4 minutes, 16 seconds. So I have to write my name now. I was attempting. So if you are going to attempt, you must come and go where it's written leader board and click there. So when you click there, you must type your name. So I will type my name there. And I will say enter because I'm the one who has attempted that question, those questions, and I say enter. So it tells me that there's a Tutula C who has gotten 6 out of 10. There's a Tutula Chris 5 out of 10. Katete Isaac 2 out of 10. John Chanda 4B 1 out of 10. So the list is supposed to continue for all those who are going to attempt. Though it ends at 10, we are going to increase so that we have all of you accommodated, 40 for example. So that is how this one is done. So when it is done, we will need now to go to a stage where I must start to explain why each one of those questions was right and why the other one was wrong.
For now, you are appearing as a pupil, but when you log out, you appear as a teacher, you're able to see, but still more will be able to get like that. We can discuss on such issues.
So do I need to go ahead?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I need to start explaining?
Yeah, you can. You can start explaining. After this, I'll have with them so that they know the technical part.
Okay. So this part where it says show answers, it is now showing me what the answers were and what I picked. So the first one, it says which statement about homologous series of alcohol is not correct. The correct answer is they have the same empirical formula. Empirical formula means that when you reduce it to the smallest atom, you cancel with a number that can go in all of them without leaving a remainder. It still comes to the same. So that is why doesn't matter how many figures are there. That one can maybe C can have 2, H can have 4. The other one C can have 3, H can have 6. If you reduce them, you still come to 1 to 2 as a ratio. So all of them will still come. That's why that one becomes correct. Then when it comes to the second one, methane is used as a fuel. Which property is essential for this use? I picked it is a gas. Now, a fuel is a substance that you can burn to get heat. So if you can burn a substance to get heat, then that substance is actually referred to as exothermic. It gives out heat to the surrounding. So why methane is referred to as a fuel is because it can be burnt and release heat. That is why the reason the answer is exothermically, or it's exothermic, it releases heat. That's what fuel means, a substance that can be burnt to release the heat. So that's why it burns exothermically, it's correct. When you look at question number 3, there's a structure there. It says a compound X has a molecular structure as shown. How can X be described? So when you look at the structure, you check what is the bond between carbon and carbon. There's a double bond. If there's a double bond, it belongs to the alkene, ENE. And at the far end, you find that there's carbon. One end is connected to oxygen, the other end is connected to OH. So we call this one as COOH. So groups that end with COOH are alcohols, or rather carboxylic acids, alkanoic acids or carboxylic acids. So when you look at the correct answer, because of the double bond between carbon and carbon, it's an alkene. Because of the COOH, it's an acid, carboxylic acid. So it's not alkane because there's a double bond. Alkane must only see single bonds throughout. So that is why that one became wrong. Getting to number 4, the structure, though it looks very small there, compound which decolorizes bromine have got double bond, at least one double bond. So number 1 as a double bond, number 3 as a double bond. That's what makes number 1 and number 3 to be correct. When you get to number 5, it says which statement applies to all the 3 of the compounds, ethane, ethene, and ethanol. Now, as you may know, carbon number 1 to carbon number 5, they are gases. So if it means there are 2 carbons, so these ones are gases. So when we say they are liquids at room temperature, it's not correct. And where do we get these substances? They are actually found in the crude oil. So ethane, ethene, ethanol, they can all be extracted from crude oil. That's what makes that answer to be correct. Number 6, what is the process of breaking down, supposed to be of not broken down, of breaking down macromolecules of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates into simpler?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
Am I too fast?
No.
Yes.
bat-
What is?
I'm going to leave the meeting. My bat is going to shut down.
Okay. Yeah, but you don't just disturb. Which if it goes down, so that's fine. We can still remain with those who are on. Thank you.
Okay.
So I'll go up to number 10.
Okay.
This is just a demo. Next time I'll be able to explain through again. So what is the process? The process is called hydrolysis, meaning that you use water to break down these large molecules to their simpler units. Like proteins, you get amino acids. Fats, you get fatty acids and glycerol. Carbohydrates, you end up with the glucose. So you use water, that's why it's called hydro. Then lysis means splitting. So you split using water. Then what is the empirical formula of an acid? Now, as you may know from the previous question that we had, acids should have COOH, meaning that you must have 2 oxygens when you are going to talk about an acid, an organic acid. So the one that was picked first, CH4O, doesn't have 2 oxygens, so it cannot be an acid. But the next one has 2 carbons. Then the key one is 2 oxygens, COOH. That's a functional group, an identity. So that's what makes C2H4O2 to be correct. Getting to number 8, it says butane and methylpropane are isomers. Which formula is different of the 2 isomers? Just by the definition of an isomer, they have the same molecular formula, but what is different are the structures. So just by defining isomers, you'll be able to know what the answer is. They have got a different structural formula, but the formula, the molecular formula is the same. When you get to number 8, butane and methylpropane, this one, number 9, 7, number 8, what does number? I was explaining number 8, number 9. What process occurs in the diagram? What occurs there is cracking. You get a bigger substance, you heat it, and using a catalyst, you get smaller ones which are useful. That process is called decracking. And finally, vegetable matter is biodegradable. Which gas is released into the atmosphere when the vegetable matter biodegrades? Meaning that it's destroyed by organic substances like bacteria, fungi, termites, those things that they will destroy. So when they destroy anything that is rotting, they release methane. Unless you are burning something in the air, that's when you release sulfur dioxide. But something that is burning inside the ground, they release the methane. So that is how we are supposed to get the answers or to look at the answers. So that was a quick revision on the quiz that we have attempted. So next time you attempt it, the questions will be jumbled. They will not be the way so that you don't memorize. You have to think. So Mr. Katete, if you on, I think I want to end it here.
Okay. So what it is, that was just a demo. So the way what will happen is that we'll be telling you in the group in advance before the live session to be attempting the quiz, and you'll be seeing who is number one. It will be keeping the data. If you want to copy the questions in your exercise book, you can copy the questions. Then when the teacher comes, he's going to explain how each one was faring. The teacher will have all the data about it. Later on, we will have the notes where to access them. But for now, yeah, you have the notes where
I think we have lost Mr. Katete. I'm sure you'll be rejoining soon. So I'll get back to the group. And to the notes. And to grade 12 where the notes were collected from. And I'll click on the quiz. So that's a procedure. Then we get back to there. So if you wanted to start, that is how you'll be able to get there. If you're able to take note of where I'm coming from, there are even notes on top of it. Not only quiz, there are also notes. So you can read in advance, then you can come and attempt the questions when the quiz time starts. Then I can come in and explain why the answer is the way it was given and why it is not the way it has been given. Is there anyone in the group who may want to ask the questions? I will now stop sharing the screen so that Mr. Katete can start.
Wilfred has got a question.
Can I stop sharing?
No, you can leave it. Wilfred, go on. Wilfred,
Yes,
unmute.
Oh, sorry, sir, for a moment. Is it that it's gonna be sciences always, or maybe it's different subjects?
All the subjects. All the subjects
No.
you follow the timetable. It is going to be given every day. Tomorrow there will be English. Are you getting me?
No.
Yeah.
Yes,
so for the start, we'll start small. As the week is going, and what it is now, when we register you, because for now we can't see you in a class. Lungu Philip, you are welcome. So we can't see you in class. I'll be in WhatsApp group and Telegram, and there are people there who will help you. So it is very good also if you can quickly move to Telegrams, we help you. So for this week, we'll be moving slowly. So once you are done that, you can attempt these questions on that topic which you have done today. Attempt. The teacher will be able to see the next time you meet, and he will change. For today, just for practice. And tomorrow you'll be introduced in English class. So for me, I'll be able to help you to go into technical. So every time the lessons will be popping up. Okay.
All right, sir.
Have you liked it?
Yes, now about the WhatsApp group, like some of us who are not in the WhatsApp group, we're just involved in the Telegram group.
Okay. The main one is the Telegram and also in WhatsApp group. So we'll put your questions where to do, what to do. Both. If you're in Telegram, do it. If you're on WhatsApp, do it. Okay?
All right, sir. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Unless there's another questions, I'll be attending to individual registration challenges in each of the groups. Just put your question, then I'll be able to help you and get into the class. Thank you so much. Good evening. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, online teachers. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.
All right.